Hello there, come on in. Because we're going to do something entirely different today, we're going to take a look at Cold War veterans, 4 different Cold War veterans, and how they display their military service during the Cold War, and what these displays mean to them. If you like this, please give us a like, even better subscribe. Let us know about this show. Hello and welcome to Veterans Medals Workshop. I'm Frank Foster, your host, and today we're going to give a special salute to members of the armed forces that served during the Cold War, our Cold War veterans from that period of 1946 to 1991, when Western civilization under the leadership of the United States took on the Soviet Union and its satellites. It was a period of great tenseness at times, massive defense spendings, massive operations to deploy all over the world, the use of surrogate forces, the development of the nuclear arms race, even the famous space race. All of that was part of the Cold War. So why we're going to talk about Cold War veterans is because, Congress thought it was significant enough to authorize a Cold War Victory Medal. The Department of Defense is way too expensive. We'll send you a sheet of paper that recognizes your participation in the Cold War, and that's not what veterans wanted. So we're going to take a look today at 4 veterans of the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine Corps, and how they put together a display using the same techniques that veterans have used since the Revolution. They use commemorative medals to honor their service. And I think you'll find it interesting because you'll also hear their personal comment on what these displays mean to them. One of the 10 million Americans that served in the armed forces during the Cold War. So let's go take a look. I think you'll enjoy it. Saluting our Cold War veterans because even though the United States and the USSR were never in combat, there were many crises that threatened to escalate into World War. Most notable were the Berlin blockade in 1948 to 49, the Korean War 1950 to 1953, the Vietnam War 1959 to 1975, or however you want to count it, the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962, and the Soviet-Afghan War 1979-1989. Other crises in the Dominican Republic, the Lebanese Civil War, Nicaragua, Grenada, and Panama kept American forces in harm's way. For more than 40 years of the Cold War, American forces stayed on patrol over the United States, Europe, Latin America, Asia, and the Middle East 24 hours a day in often very dangerous conditions. This huge effort paid off with the collapse of the Soviet Union, and it dissolved in 1991. The Cold War victory cost us $8 trillion in military expenditures and an enormous effort of millions of American servicemen and women, a debt of gratitude the country has yet to fully honor. So let's take a look at how 4 of those Cold War veterans remember their service today. John served 3 years in the 1980s with the 10th Combat Engineers at Conn Barracks in Schweinfurt, Federal Republic. He later transferred to the Ribbon Bridge Company and Larson Concern, Kitzingen. He said the 3rd Infantry Division seemed to go to the field whenever it rained or snowed. He was honorably discharged in 1984. My display brings back great memories, he said. And in his display you can see he has the Good Conduct Medal, the American Defense Commemorative Medal, the Cold War Victory Commemorative Medal, the Overseas Service Commemorative Medal, which is now an official Army ribbon, the Army Service Commemorative Medal, and the Honorable Service or Honorable Discharge Commemorative Medal. Nice use of commemorative medals to remember and honor his military service. Next time you talk to a Marine veteran, especially a Cold War veteran, ask him where all he's been deployed or where she's been deployed. You may get a big surprise. And, listen to what Earl has to say, our Marine veteran. Earl joined the 3rd Battalion, 1st Marine Regiment in 1985 and deployed with the 11th MAU as a ground combat element. His unit then became the Special Operations Capable Marine Expeditionary Unit for contingency operations in the Western Pacific. We were proud to be the SOC Regiment of the 1st Marine Division, he said, and now I have a great display to remember my Marine service. He's used his 1st Marine Division patch as a center, and then he's used the Special Operations Commemorative Medal A Navy and Marine Unit Commemorative Medal, Unit Award, his American Defense Commemorative, and his Cold War Victory Commemorative Medal, as well as his Expeditionary Service Commemorative Medal, which is pretty nice, as well as the Overseas Service we talked about earlier, and his Sea Service, because he was on board ship. And then, of course, he was very proud to receive his Honorable Discharge, so he has Honorable Service Commemorative Medal. Really neat display for this corporal. Catch me if I'm wrong, but the Air Force's B-52 may be the longest still serving Cold War veteran out there in the force. Jack joined the 341st Strategic Missile Wing, which was ICBM Minuteman, at Maelstrom in 1962, and helped him place the first missile alert in October 26, 1962, with all three SAC squadrons being operational by July 1963. We worked long, hard, and careful, he said, of his 4 years of SAC service in Strategic Air Command and the 4 years in the reserves. Sometimes I stand back and look at my case and just remember those years that we all worked together putting together the Minuteman operation. Jack used a commemorative medal for the United States Air Force Outstanding Unit Award, which he was very proud, and that leads off on his display case. And that's followed by the commemorative medal to show that he served in the American defense. He proudly shows his Cold War Victory Commemorative Medal, and he's very proud of his Air Force service, so he has an Air Force Commemorative Medal as well as an Honorable Discharge Commemorative Medal, and one that recognizes a continued service in the Air Force Reserve. A handsome and unique display that really commemorates his 8 years service in the United States Air Force during the Cold War. I'm not sure if the U.S. Navy got to be 600 ships during the Cold War, but they sure as hell were the biggest, largest, most powerful Navy in the world. And you're going to hear a very interesting story from one of those sailors on a carrier that you'll be able to figure out which it is very quickly. Okay, you can't miss the Captain America flag flying there. And Ron joined the USS America in May of 1961, just in time to transit the Suez Canal. This was Carrier Wing 11's last deployment on board the America. Ron said they carried A-7E Corsair IIs, VA-192 Golden Dragons, and the VA-195 Dam Busters, A-6E Intruders, VA-95 Green Lizards, and S-3A Vikings, VS-33 Screwbirds. I never worked so hard or was so proud, said Ron. My display brings back great memories. And he's used basically the same commemorative medals that we've seen on the other displays. The American Defense Commemorative Medal, the Cold War Victory Commemorative Medal, a medal to honor his overseas service and to honor his sea service, because he spent a lot of time at sea, as well as his pride of having served the United States Navy and having received an honorable discharge. Always a nice touch and a good place to use your dog tags. Well, that completes our short salute to the Cold War veterans of the United States Armed Forces. If you know one, take the time to get them to tell you their story. You'll find it very interesting. And thank them for their service. The question a lot of veterans have and their family members have is, what are these commemorative medals? Well, they commemorate a particular moment in time of service. In this particular case, this is the Cold War Victory Commemorative Medal, which is not official, but it's a commemorative medal, and it's made to the same exact specification as regular official medals are. The ribbon, in fact, is woven in the same mill that weaves the ribbons for official medals, and it's die-struck. The American Defense Medal is a commemorative for serving in the defense of the United States, whether here or overseas. Honorable Service, just like the Honorable Service pin or badge that was given to World War II veterans, except in this case it's a commemorative medal. And then an Overseas Service Commemorative Medal. You spent 3 years in Germany, maybe you'd like to have something to remember that by. And in fact, the Army does have an overseas service ribbon now. So those are your commemorative medals. There are a number of them out there. They're the different events, and they're just what they say they are, commemorative medals to honor the service of a veteran. Thank you for joining us today for our show on Veterans Medals Workshop, and I hope you enjoyed the special salute to the veterans of the Cold War. Over 10 million Americans served during that period from 1946 to 1991, and they received very little recognition. So I hope you appreciated the displays that the veterans showed us today, and I hope you found their words interesting. Look forward to having you back with us on our next show of Veterans Medals Workshop. Until then, stay safe.